Hello friends, welcome to Exam Tricks. This is Mangla Pandey, and after completing our series of right to equality of fundamental rights, let us move forward to the types of question which could come from right to equality. First, for objective paper, what we need to do is to get by heart all the articles and amendments related to it, as well as the committees which were formed related to these articles. For example, Ramnandan Mishra committee was set for creamy layer, for determination of creamy layer. For objective papers, you need not only to understand the articles, understand the distinction between different articles. Therefore, you should not, when the question come, you are not confused between such as article 15 to 16.4, etc. Now let us come to the subjective papers. For subjective papers, the questions might be related to the debates between the fundamental rights and directive principles of state policies. In these, the role of judiciary, for example, judicial reviews related to these articles. However, in exams like UPSC, you cannot expect direct questions. However, questions related to these articles could come. And if you understand these articles, you can use this in your answer, even if the questions of general nature comes, like if a question like why affirmative action is required, what steps are taken by the government for it, why there is debate for affirmative actions. For to answer these types of question, you need to first understand what is affirmative action, which articles are related to positive discrimination, what is negative discrimination, why positive discrimination is good, etc, etc. And for the section what steps are taken by the government for it, you can quote these articles, you can quote the amendments that were made by the government, etc, etc. Again, questions like what is formal equality, why it is not sufficient, then you can write about article 15 and 16 and make it explain that actually what article 15 provides, how it provides equality of how it does not provide equality of condition, and until and unless you provide a certain level playing field, then formal equality is a farce. You can explain the historical deprivation and need for fair equality of opportunity, and there you can mention article 16, the exceptions in article 15 and 16 which provide affirmative action. Hence, not only you should understand these articles, but you should not read these articles for the conception of for just only exams. Understand your society, understand the importance of these articles, etc. Again, when questions related to menace of untouchability comes, or steps taken by the government is asked, then you can refer to all the articles I have mentioned and all other constitutional provisions that I have mentioned in my previous videos. We have seen recent controversy on Bharat Ratna, and you can mention the background, why what is the distinction between the academic titles and these honorary titles. Therefore, I would suggest to learn the articles, but don't learn the concepts. Just understand these concepts and try to learn how to relate these articles, how to relate these articles to the present situation, and this would help you to frame your answers. Now, how to attempt? This is a very simple thing to think that how a question should be attempted, but often we do silly mistakes, and after attempting the question we think we should not have done this, we should not have done that. Therefore, keep in mind two and three few things in your mind. First, most important thing is that read the question carefully, and second, do not rush to mark. Make sure what is asked. Often we first what we do is just read a sentence, first line of the sentence, and we think, oh, we know this question, and we just rush to mark the answer. But when we read it again, we come to know, oh no, something else was being asked. This can be disastrous for both objective and subjective paper. While in objective paper you cannot correct your answer, and in subjective paper it would take your time to strike off the answer and write again. Again, for subjective papers, understand the statement before starting to write. Try to understand what is being asked, and finally stick to the question. Do not write what you know, but write what is asked. And finally, the most important thing is keep calm. If you keep calm, and even if you don't know the answer, if you read the question carefully again and again, you could relate whatever if you have learned from different sources, and you could get some ideas, you could have some ideas. And if you have that coolness in your mind, you can guess at least 50% of the